On this episode of China Uncensored, what the hell is China doing about North Korea? Hi, welcome to China Uncensored. I'm your host, Chris Chappell. They say you're judged by the company you keep. So what does it say about China that the Chinese regime is the only major ally and trading partner of North Korea? Well, actually it's been a pretty good ride for the Chinese Communist Party. You see, the Chinese regime is evil, but North Korea is a crazy evil. It's like the difference between Darth Vader and the Joker. So while the Chinese government might be, as Google chairman Eric Schmidt calls it, the world's greatest IT menace, not to mention one of the worst violators of human rights in the world, they probably aren't going to go rogue and launch a nuclear bomb at the US or Japan or South Korea. North Korea, on the other hand, is blowing up underground nukes. On February 12th, despite basically every country on Earth telling them not to, North Korea reportedly detonated an underground nuclear device, creating a magnitude 5.1 earthquake. Sounds like bad news, but not for the Chinese regime. As North Korea's only major ally, they're both communist, China is perhaps the only country that has any leverage. Without China's support, North Korea would probably collapse, because then instead of having next to no food or oil, they would have no food or oil. And that's exactly how the Chinese regime wants it, because even though the CCP has been making enemies with all its surrounding countries and has come close to war with Japan over some stupid uninhabited islands in the East China Sea, even though the US government knows its most sensitive servers are being constantly attacked by hackers in China, when it comes to North Korea, whether it's Japan or the US, they all need to put their tails between their legs and ask politely, "China, can you please talk to little Kim?" Different one. That's why China has consistently blocked new, stronger sanctions against North Korea. North Korea is a great ally for China because it makes the Chinese regime seem stable in comparison and prevents any country from taking too strong of a stance against all the crap they pull. There's just one little problem. The Chinese regime has been walking this line for so long with North Korea that now they appear to have lost control as well. You see, the threat of a threat from North Korea is great for China. A North Korean threat is a huge problem, because that means they've lost control and could end up as just another target. And since China borders North Korea, that's been making a lot of Chinese people pretty nervous. After the nuclear test, Chinese netizens were in a fury, accusing the Chinese regime of totally losing control over North Korea. Weibo user Beiwei33 wrote, "What's really scary is to tie a mad dog to your front door that doesn't even recognize its owner." Another user, Yongcheng Lawyer, wrote, "The nuclear test shows there is only suspicion and distrust between China and North Korea. There is no friendship, so to speak of." Another netizen said, "Those people who still think North Korea is our watchdog have IQ lower than dogs." So it seems China's limp-wristed approach to controlling North Korea for its own benefit might actually have not been a good idea. I really couldn't have seen that one backfiring. Thanks for watching this episode of China Uncensored. Once again, I'm Chris Chappell. See you next time.